Well, Denny's is back in the news, and it's not because of their grand slams either. On August 13th, two truck drivers, one by the name of Damon Whitfield and his teammate Hector, stopped at a Sioux Falls, South Dakota Denny's, because they were driving across country and they were hungry, right? And so Damon says as his teammate Hector went to go get a shower, he was waiting for the waitress to come over to the table. Now, it sounds like originally somebody came to the table and gave them menus and then orange juice. But Damon said after that, no one came to the table. And when Hector returned, Hector tried to get the waitress's attention. And she says, yeah, don't yell at me. And I'm not helping you people, right? And so they were taken aback, like, wait, what's going on here? We've been waiting for a very long time, and clearly it was a long time, long enough for Hector to go take a shower and come back and still no service, right? And so she went on to say, I don't want to be helping you people. Then she went over to the counter, and Damon says, okay, we just assumed maybe she was calling the police because before that, she was telling them to leave, and they're like, listen, we're hungry, we just want to get something to eat. We didn't do anything wrong. And he said, we were embarrassed because people were starting to look and things like that. And so shortly after their suspicions were right, she did call the police, and the police showed up. And once the black truck drivers explained to them what the deal was, the officers, in fact, did apologize to the truck drivers. Sounds like they still had to leave anyway. But when the CEO of Denny's got wind of it, he says, oh, yeah, we did a third-party investigation, and that particular waitress is no longer there. We have a zero-tolerance policy for racism or anything like that. Now, if you've been around for a while, you know that is not Denny's first dance or time at the rodeo, if you will. They have been in the news for being racist before. Discriminating against black people. In fact, they've had a lawsuit back in the day, a class action to be exact, with black people saying, hey, I was discriminated against at Denny's, whether I was sat in the back by the bathroom or the waitresses or whatever, they were mean to me or were not coming to take my order and things like that. And so, of course, Denny's is trying to get on top of that, saying, hey, we ain't about that life, because they don't want another lawsuit. But I know some people are probably saying, well, why would the truckers beg for them to, serve them? And I'm typically one of those people. But if you know anything about the trucking industry, you know that it's not very easy for truck drivers to pull their truck, into a parking lot if they can, because a lot of parking lots won't let them, and to maneuver that big old truck in through, throughout different streets and stuff like that. So they were probably like, listen, for one thing, we were driving cross country, we're tired, we're hungry, and then we got to find another place to park. So I get it, them saying, Denny's is a pretty open spot to be, but, they're in South Dakota and Sioux Falls, it probably sounds like it's not a very good place to be, especially if the white waitress was so blatant with you people. I'm not going to serve you people. It's probably not a good place to be, but, that's another thing that black people cannot do here in America. You cannot sit at Denny's, even though they said you can now. Can't sit at Denny's without a white, funny-looking waitress getting an attitude because you're like, hey, we gonna eat today or nah? So anyway, y'all tell me what you think of that. And for more insightful commentary, please subscribe to this channel and my channel, The Demetra Kaye Show, here on YouTube. Peace.